Shabbat Shalom, everybody. This is BG, Repairs to the Breach, and I just want to talk a little bit today about how we are as Hebrew Israelites, how we are towards each other, um, especially when we have disagreements. Um, a lot of us don't agree on the same things and everything, but that's no reason for us to dismiss each other, or that's no reason for us to cuss each other out. And that's not how it's supposed to be. you know Everybody comes into the truth the way y'all brings them to the truth, and just because y'all see things a little differently doesn't mean that we, not y'all, but we, it doesn't mean that we have to disassociate ourselves with each other. you know um like I have just went through that with a friend I grew up with, and we both came into the truth. But uh I wasn't in the state. We came into the truth separately and unknowingly, and then when I moved back to my town, we found out that we were both in the truth. Only thing that he came through the truth through camps, and I came through the truth. Y'all got me through the truth in another way, not through camps, because I knew we was Hebrews before I even knew what a camp was. But my situation, I'm gonna share this with all y'all, so um, y'all can get an understanding of where I'm coming from and get an understanding why we don't need to do what has happened between me and my friend. You know what I'm saying? So we think differently about I guess the 12 tribe chart, really. I believe that all of the tribes of Israel are quote unquote black, and he believed the chart, especially Issachar being the Mexicans, and that's just the main point. And we both already gave each other why we believe what we believe. um, but the conversation got brought up again, and I didn't really want to talk about it because we both stood our ground where we at. So to me, it's no reason to keep going over it again when we already gave our points to each other. And for me, I don't believe that the Mexicans are Issachar, for the simple fact that Judah and Issachar has the same mother of Leah. So, like, it's no way that Leah produced different nationalities of people, and you know, I I don't know how I can get any simpler plain than that. But he don't believe it, but I want to agree to disagree. We got in kind of a little argument. I got up and I left. I told him I loved him before I left and everything. The last thing I said to him. And then a couple days later, I text him. I think, like, I don't know how many days in a row, but I texted him about 3 times to see what's up with him. Then the last time I texted him, I told him when he ready to talk, I'm here. This was probably in August. It's now October, and we still haven't communicated with each other. And besides being friends and growing up together and doing a lot of dirt together, being kids and teenagers growing up, now we know that we are in the truth together, and we know we're Hebrews, and now we're I don't know what it is, but we haven't spoken. So it's a lot of this going on in the Hebrew community, and this shouldn't go on. This is we're showing hate for each other, and we still displaying that Willie Lynch syndrome that was placed on us through slavery. You know, we still got disdain for each other just because we have a disagreement, and then we don't want to speak to each other. You know, as Hebrews, we want to cuss each other out because we don't believe what the other person believes. We want to act like that we know more than the other. We want to act like we high and mighty, and because we found out the truth. But none of us know it all. You know, none of us should think of ourselves higher than what we are. We only righteous through Yahuwah. We only righteous through His Son Yahushua. We're not righteous on our own. You know. It's a sad thing because, you know, I've been seeing on Facebook, and I just recently got back on Facebook not that long ago after years of not being on it. And I haven't been on it lately, but from what I've seen from our people, our Hebrew people that's on Facebook, it's a lot of disdain. A lot of men has a lot of disdain for our Hebrew Israelite women, and they come down on them hard, and they always have something to say about them. And we're not perfect either as Hebrew men. You know, we're not perfect either. You know, and that's not fair, because we're supposed to treat our women with respect, and our women supposed to treat us with respect, and we don't treat each other with respect. It's respect lacking in our community for each other. You know, we supposed to uplift each other and help each other out, not trash each other and bring each other down. It's a sad thing. You know, that put me in a sad state. That's one of the reasons why I stopped looking on Facebook a lot, because it's sad. Excuse me. It's sad because we supposed to came to the truth, but we still got this same mentality as we had before we came into the truth. You know, and I seen people saying, if you don't believe that the white man is Esau, get the F out of here, or if you don't believe this, don't talk to me, and this and that, this and that. And, you know, and that's not cool, you know. And a lot of it is this camp mentality. Now, I don't have a problem with some of the camps, you know what I'm saying? They doing what they do. But this mentality of either believe me or screw you, you know, that's not good. That's not good. It's not. And it really breaks my heart, you know, that we all think that we done made it. You know, we out there cussing people out. We out there provoking people to anger. You know, we're not using kind words towards each other. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I know that we're angry, or you're angry that we was in this captivity, but you gotta understand, we put ourselves in this captivity, and Yah raised up our captors. He raised them up to do this to us, because of what we didn't do in the covenant we had with Him. And we have no right to walk around all high-minded and walk around like we know it all. We have a real problem with being humble. You know, the Messiah was humble, you know, but we want to try to be high and mighty in the land that is not ours, in the land that's ran by somebody else. We have no power here. You know, we have no power here. At least the least we could do is stick together. You know, differences or not, but treat each other kindly, even though we have differences of opinion. You know what I'm saying? Treat each other kindly. So I mean, it's just a sad thing. It's real sad. You know, when you're trying to discuss doctrine, and y'all have different thoughts and opinion on it, there's no need to argue about it. And sometimes you have to agree to disagree, not to go further into an argument. Sometimes you can't just keep forcing your ideals on other people. You know, you can't. Sometimes you have to back up and ask y'all, you know, the how y'all can get this thing figured out. But one thing we do need to do is find out what we have in common. You know, so we can still do this thing and work this thing out. It's not about going out there and cursing out the white man. You know, it's not about going out there and, you know, forcing your doctrine down people's throats when people ain't trying to listen. And dissing our own people. I really mean dissing our own people out there because they don't hear what we're saying. So we cuss them out and tell them they're going to hell and stuff like that. You know, that's not cool. That's how you push people away. You know, that's how you push people away from the truth. And everybody's not gonna come to the truth, and you can't get upset about that. You can't cuss people out because you're in wrong for doing that. The Messiah said, "Shake the dust shake the dust off your doggone sandals." You know, you can't force somebody to accept what you believe. You know, you don't cuss them out. You just get the dust off your sandals and you move on. You know, you don't do what I see people. We just do it to each other. We got this chip on our shoulder, and we're supposed to be new creatures. We're supposed to be new people. You know. It's time for us to stop this nonsense. It's time for us to stop thinking we know it all. It's time for us to stop being so angry at each other like we always have been. Because ain't nothing changed but believing that we're Hebrews. Still got the same mentality. It has nothing changed. Why? Because you think because we're wearing fringes or we got a certain attire that now we're different. No, you just putting clothes on. What did the Messiah say? You had to clean the inside. What's the use of having looking clean on the outside and your insides are dirty? What's the use of putting wine in old wineskins? You know? You have to clean the inside of the cup. You know? Cause we out here trying to rock fringes and wear these different garbs and everything, but we're still rotting on the inside. You know? It's just still playing Christian, still playing Christianity. You know, you go in your Sunday's best and you still rotting on the inside. Yeah, you look good on the outside, but you're still rotting on the inside. We need to stop it. You know? We need to stop it. It really do. It's sad, and the Most High don't like it. You know, the Most High don't like it. He don't like how we trying to having multiple wives just to have all these different women. I seen people on Facebook showing off their different girls and stuff. You know what I'm saying? With that same mentality, still got that same mentality. Now you feel you can get away with it because you find a female that would do that, females that would do that, and then you showing them off like you some pimp daddy and stuff. You know. We are in captivity. Instead of sticking together, we divide. The Hebrew Israelites is still like Christianity with its different denominations. We're still divided. A nation divided cannot stand, and it will fall, and we're still divided. The men and women are divided. The women are divided from each other, and the men are divided from each other because of what we think or what we feel. Hebrew with a street mentality. Nothing's changed, but what you say, what you say the name of the Most High is, and how you dress. You know, yeah, you might do the Sabbath and do the set apart days and everything, but we're still rotten on the inside. In the scriptures, y'all didn't care about how they care when they did those feast days. I mean, he got mad because they did the feast days, and they still was rotten. He abhorred them. You know, he'll abhor your feast days, he'll abhor your new moons, he'll abhor him. Not, you know, you understand what I'm saying, people? So we still rotten on the inside, pretending to be righteous, trying to look righteous and trying to look the part, trying to look Hebrew, try to sound Hebrew, and we don't even know how the Hebrew sound. We don't know how they talked back in the day, our ancestors. We don't know how they pronunciated their words. You know, a lot of us not being ourselves, just trying to sound a certain way. Trying to always speak in Hebrew, trying to sound like intelligent. We have to stop it. Me and everybody else that's in the truth. Cause you know what? We're not doing no good. We're not being progressive. We're going backwards. And that's how we always did throughout scripture until this day now. Every time we take a step forward, we take 3 steps backwards. All the time. With this pride that we hold. And this hate that we hold inside of us. It's too much. And it's not right. We're not being right. We're not. We're being wicked. Why you think y'all called us a wicked people? We're stiff-necked. Why he called us stiff-necked? Why you think he put us in this captivity? Why you think he kept raising up people to put us in captivity? We have to be careful thinking we the chosen ones, cause we just might not be. And I'm not saying as 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 a people. I'm talking about individual Hebrews thinking that they are the ones. You know, like I see some Hebrews saying they the chosen ones. Some Hebrews saying they David in the flesh and stuff like that. The stuff like that. That's what I'm talking about. You know, yes, we're the children of the Most High, the children of the book, but we was put in captivity for a reason. And just because we dress differently and stop doing these horrible holidays or horror days, don't mean nothing. Because Hebrews can be lost too. Hebrews can go to hell too. Hebrews can miss the promise too. You think what happened to the tribe of Dan? All this nonsense that we're doing, we have to stop. All this holier than thou needs to stop. We need some humility. We need to repent for how we're being as a people in a whole, as a whole, and start just humble ourselves and get rid of that attitude. Get rid of that chip on your shoulder. So I pray that we can all just stop it and just be a people together and just break that Willie Lynch syndrome that we still have, even though we're Hebrews. We have to break that. We have to break that and stop it. We have to recognize it, and then we have to doggone break it. I know everybody's don't feel the way that I feel, or see the things that I saw, that or went through the things that I went through that leaded me to do this video, but we're not doing a good job as a whole. We're not doing a good job. We're not. We're not. So a lot of us are still secular as could be. A lot of us still mixing what is holy with what is profane. A lot of us are still doing that. Thinking that we all that, still thinking that we're doing the work for the Most High, when we're not. We're still doing the deeds of Satan. So I'm about to end it. I talked longer than I wanted to and everything. Try to come back on more on YouTube, on RTB, but you know, people got lives to live, you know, outside of this internet stuff, and you know, people have to get their life right, because YouTube not gonna get you to the kingdom, you know. So that's it. This is BG ROTB. Baruch Shalom.